My name is Annette Patrice von York. I'm a press photographer and an investigative journalist, and I'm a German citizen. This video is my update about my ongoing serious Monaco abuse case. This video was recorded on January 13th, 2020. Because I have to house sit at the moment because I'm risking an illegal eviction because Monaco is trying to destroy me again, I will use my time wisely. The Monégasque Thierry and Michel Baudouin, who operate the Tabac Saint-Vaude on the port in Monaco, are trying to evict me illegally with the signature of the corrupt judge of Menton, France, and with the signature of the corrupt prefect 06 of our region Alpes-Maritimes on the Côte d'Azur. It is completely illegal to put tenants on the streets in the cold winter time. Also, this criminal Thierry Baudouin broke into my apartment mid-September 2019 and locked my entrance door from inside with a severe security lock all around the door so that I couldn't enter my apartment anymore. With the help of an expensive locksmith, I managed to cut this heavy security lock open from inside. The locksmith had to risk his life jumping from one terrace to the next to be able to enter my place. Then this evil super, Mireille Pugliese, called the police of Menton, France, on me, despite my legal contract. The police of Menton works heavily together with the police of Monaco, and then this evil police aggressed me again, put me illegally on the streets, and threatened me if I came back to my place, they would lock me up. It was again all illegal. Of course, I went back again because I refused to sleep on the streets and to lose all my belongings. Of course, the police came back in the evening to throw me out again and to threaten me again, but I resisted because I was with the law and they acted against the law. It was an exhausting marathon. Again, I had to fight for my rights in my life, and this fight is far from being over. I'm severely persecuted by Monaco since February 2017 because I spoke the truth about Monaco's severe police violence about Monaco's severe government and justice system corruption, of which I'm a severe victim. I'm not quite a survivor yet. You can see my other video statements with all details on the website www.monaco-media.com. Because I spoke the truth, I was many times severely physically and verbally attacked by Monaco's aggressive police. I had over 40 injuries all over my body, and I'm injured for life now. Of course, all CCTV and witness lists are blocked since to cover up their severe crimes against humanity. The witness lists are illegally withheld by this corrupt Bradley Mitten from the Viva Nova Club. I was illegally arrested several times by Monaco's police and treated like a criminal when I did nothing wrong. And because of these illegal arrests in front of hundreds of people, all kinds of people that I hardly knew or didn't know at all went all of a sudden against me. My life was threatened a few times. I got several death threats. All my press accreditations were intentionally destroyed by Monaco's government and others. All my work and connections worldwide were destroyed by Monaco's mafia. My phones and internet were all of a sudden wiretapped by Monaco. Defaming press articles against me with tons of lies were published by Monaco's propaganda newspaper Monaco Matin, signed by corrupt Jean-Marie Fiorucci. Defaming emails and text messages and internet posts against me were sent all over Monaco and abroad by Monaco's government and others, especially after the illegal arrest of June 4th, 2017 in front of hundreds of people. By only to mention a few names, Céline Lafuente de la Vota, she writes for Monaco Reporter, who influenced on June 4th, 2017, the secretary of the Princess Charlene Foundation, Christian Kahn, against me, to have me illegally arrested when I did absolutely nothing wrong. By Wendy Lawyers, from Multi-Art Events by Wendy Lawyers, by Julia Burke, former press responsible of Amber Lounge, now in the press department of the SBM Monaco. The same with Jean-François Mariotte from SBM Monaco, who started to threaten me after I only complained about Julia Burke's outrageous and evil email defamation against me. By Olga Barale, successor of Julia Burke at Amber Lounge, and Sonja Irvine, founder. The same with Olga Barale's good friend Andrei Andris, aka Andrea Sirotenko, videographer at Royal Spirit TV, and his videographer friend Yaroslav Ziko, who intentionally destroyed an important documentary of mine and many clients involved. by this fake Lord Eastley, aka Sylvain Gauzès, of this fake Rolls-Royce club called Roller Royal Club, that is not accepted at all by Rolls-Royce, who defames me since 2017 all over the internet and publicly in person. By Maria Bologna from Agence Monaco Presse, who also intentionally destroyed many of my press accreditations. The same with this criminal Alexander Sandvoss and his girlfriend Evelyn. He's a photographer for Mandoga Media, who influenced all of a sudden all kinds of press people against me, like Brigitte Lachaud from Sortie Media Presse, etc., etc., to destroy my good reputation and my precious press accreditations. The same with this black guy Clarence John, who is in charge of the dragon boats in Monaco. Also, he was a witness of the illegal arrest of June 4th, 2017, and went all of a sudden against me and intentionally destroyed my only possible home. By Karl Warnes, former director of Monaco's German club, who had me illegally arrested in Monaco when I did nothing wrong. By Angelina Monge, a Russian photographer and friend of Francesco from Monte Carlo's Polo Club, who aggressed me several times, severely, verbally and physically. By Patrick Gauthier, a food photographer living in Cagnes-sur-Mer, who aggressed me severely physically. By Alexandre Pascal and his friend Ronald David from Mona Russia, and their friend Karen Dolphin and others, who all aggressed me verbally, and Alexander aggressed me severely physically. By the Yacht Club of Monaco, that doesn't stop to throw me out and to destroy all my accreditations constantly. All my press accreditations were also destroyed with a bunch of lies. By Jessica Pinal, press responsible for the ballets of Monte Carlo. The same with Guillaume Orme, press responsible for the TV festival. The same with Isabelle Andrieux, press responsible for Monaco's Tennis Masters and Monaco's Yacht Club. The same with Richard Micou from the Automobile Club, who even tried to destroy my press's Formula One accreditations, but who was overruled by a high official. By Serge Teller, Monaco's Prime Minister, who confirmed to this corrupt Anne Eastwood from the High Commissariat that he gave the order to destroy all my accreditations in Monaco. By the press responsible for the yacht show, by several other people working for the government, including the press center, and by many, many others who were influenced and or who saw the illegal arrest of June 4th, 2017. You can see all names in previous videos on Monaco Media's website. It was confirmed by a high official and another friend of mine that I was put on a blacklist in Monaco since 2017, so that I will not be able to work anymore and so that my good reputation gets completely destroyed. I was thrown out of places where I had the right to be. I was supervised and followed. Last November 2019, I was even kidnapped out of my own apartment with a serious lie. I was illegally locked up in solitary confinement, and I was force injected with dangerous drugs every day and attached onto a bed 24/7, and I was not allowed to go outside for 2 long weeks, when I was just hanging out quietly at home before with my dog, and when I did absolutely nothing wrong. The drugs became so dangerous for my system that it became life-threatening that they had to stop feeding me food. I became so weak that I hardly could function. I was rescued only 2 weeks later when they had already murdered my precious dog. It traumatized me severely. And of course, none of these criminals take any responsibility for their cruel actions against all humanity. And no justice was ever served, because here on the Côte d'Azur, they are all Freemasons, brothers who go against all laws possible and who all cover up each other's crimes. Prince René of Monaco never allowed the Freemasons to install themselves into Monaco, but Prince Albert allowed these criminals all possible access, and they are sitting now in the highest positions: police, administration, health and justice, all over Monaco, and they have their evil brothers all over the Côte d'Azur in France and worldwide. They go against all laws and against all humanity. Last December 2019, I was all of a sudden constantly arrested again in Monaco. It was quiet for a long while after my government put pressure on Monaco, and I have no idea why it started all of a sudden again. I wasn't even in Monaco for months. And this corrupt Monaco police arrested me 3 times in 1 week, pretending that I had done something wrong, and they pretended that they have to talk to me, and then they aggressed me physically again, jumped on me aggressively, locked me up for hours again illegally, and of course they never talked to me ever while I was locked up. They lied as usual. I asked the prince, who knows me for 6 years now, for an appointment to talk. Of course I never got an answer as usual. In December I had to inform several times Angela Merkel and my government again, and several other important people, to save my life. Many bodies were already found in Monaco, all hit jobs by Monaco's dangerous mafia. Since the first serious Monaco police attack in February 2017, I became the protégé of Angela Merkel because I asked her for immediate help, since Monaco's corrupt government and corrupt Prince Albert refused to help in any way when I had over 40 serious injuries on my body, because they are all part of Monaco's dangerous Freemasons mafia clan. And without Angela Merkel and my government, I wouldn't be still alive today. I also asked Robert Ehringer for help. He lives in the States. Robert Ehringer is the former spy of Prince Albert, who got also severely fucked over by Albert. Robert exposed the crimes of Albert's best friends and employees a few years back, and without telling Robert, Albert let go of Robert and stopped paying him all of a sudden and discarded him like a piece of garbage. Robert warned Albert about his corrupt friend Philippe Namino, Monaco's now former Director of Justice, who is involved in the serious Dmitry Vibolovlev corruption affair and who stole millions of euros from Monaco's Red Cross, where he's still vice president today because of Albert, and many other crimes Namino committed. But Albert just doesn't care, because he's corrupt himself and because he covers up all his corrupt brothers. And when Robert Ehringer then spoke up publicly about the severe corruption going on in Monaco, he was also defamed everywhere and severely persecuted by these Monaco criminals. Robert connected me to other informants equal spies all over the world, and together with my important high-profile contacts, I was able to spin an intelligence security web around me to protect my life. I'm no agent or spy myself. I'm only defending my own abuse cases, and I report press-wise about others. And of course it was Namino who destroyed intentionally my police violence charges against this aggressive Monaco police, and my charges against Christian Kahn, secretary of the Princess Charlene Foundation, who had me illegally arrested in June 2017 when I did absolutely nothing wrong. Corrupt Namino falsely claiming that it never occurred. And then this corrupt coroner, Morgan Raymond, falsely claimed then that I inflicted the severe and over 40 injuries on my body myself. Their lies are so ridiculous sometimes I just have to laugh about them despite these serious matters. Since all my work was intentionally destroyed by Monaco after I spoke the truth to evil, I was eligible for legal aid. But of course Monaco made everything possible that I won't be represented. All lawyers, all judges, all coroners, all directors of justice, etc., are bought by the system. Monaco is no state of law. Monaco is a dangerous Freemasons mafia state, and the prince supports it all. And of course Albert never ever gave me an appointment to look me in the eyes and to solve the unbearable situation. Isn't it easy for Albert to instruct all his dangerous mafiosi against an innocent woman to destroy her whole existence and to hide behind the devil's claws? Albert, you're just a complete wimp and a coward. Du bist ein Feigling. I know you understand German. You think you can always get away with your serious crimes and completely destroy innocent people's lives, but you won't. We just got in recently a 2,400 pages classified FBI file together with pedophile Jeffrey Epstein's non-redacted black book of his child sex trafficking business. Prince Albert of Monaco is best friends with Prince Andrew of England. It was confirmed by many sources, and as we all know, Prince Andrew was one of Epstein's best clients. Also, this immoral playboy Philippe Junot, Princess Caroline's ex-husband, and Jean-Yves Lefebvre, the ex of Princess Stephanie, they both had deep immoral ties with Epstein. We also know that Prince Albert of Monaco raped artist Elsa Caselli a few years back on a yacht. I know Elsa for 6 years now, and also there Robert Ehringer acted as a protector. Also, former model Karen Mulder was raped by Prince Albert, and there are other victims. Of course, all charges that these rape victims pressed were all destroyed by Monaco's corrupt justice system. Of course, the girls were declared as mentally unstable then with fake psychological statements. It is a very common practice of this evil mafia. Again, all lawyers, all judges, all directors of justice, all coroners are bought by the system. Also, all my charges I pressed were destroyed by these corrupt entities, and 2 of my cases are now with the European Court of Human Rights in Strasbourg, France. Also, we know that Prince Albert has a 3rd illegitimate child, that he was surprised by Charlene with his former girlfriend Nicole Coste in his summer house on the Mount Argel near Monaco right before her marriage with Albert. Remember when Charlene wanted to run away from her marriage? It is all true. They even took Charlene's passport away from her back then. Also, we know that Prince Albert has a house near Paris where he sees his prostitutes. His bodyguards like Philippe Rebondengo and others are part of the team. Again, all confirmed by insider sources. Also, we know that the prince destroys his own ecosystem, building this new island in La Rotte, Monaco, destroying all his corals. They tried to move them, but they all died, of course. Also, all the high-speed luxury cars and the yachts extremely pollute the air and the water, and the 24/7 day and night ongoing construction in Monaco, together with the ongoing noise, is an extreme health hazard as well. Prince Albert is very far from being an environmental prince. We know that Prince Albert and Charlene are not together anymore, but by her marriage contract she has to appear for certain official events just to pretend. Charlene has a house in the mountains in Corsica. She has an apartment on the Rocher in Monaco on top of the post office and in several other locations. The marriage is over already for a long time. It's insider knowledge. They just pretend for the fake image of Monaco. Monaco is just a fake Disneyland. And Charlene is in a dangerous golden mafia cage now. Poor little Jack. He has to become one of these criminals if Charlene doesn't run far, far away with her children. When I got illegally arrested on June 4th, 2017 by the order of the secretary of the Princess Charlene Foundation, Charlene's foundation even smashed physically their door in my face when I passed by afterwards to seek justice. I pressed serious charges, not against the foundation or Charlene, of course, only against the aggressor, Christian Kahn, and against Celine Lafuente de la Vota, the dangerous instigator, and the aggressive police of Monaco. But Monaco did everything possible not to give me a lawyer. And Charlene and her brother Garrett Whitstock, Garrett, who knows me for years now, were threatened and ordered not to talk to me to cover up all crimes. All responsibles for this horrendous crime that destroyed my whole existence denied themselves and only made fake promises. Because of this illegal arrest in front of hundreds of people, all my jobs and connections were all of a sudden destroyed. I have nothing left anymore today. I have no more salary, and welfare was illegally declined by France, where I live, near the border of Monaco, that works together with Monaco to destroy innocent crime victims. As a serious crime survivor, I lived in dangerous cities all over the world, including 14 years in New York City. I don't take physical or verbal aggressions very well, and with each new attack I fall again and again into serious traumas. Since I was registered as a press photographer with Monaco's government and accredited with Monaco's palace for a few years since 2014, Prince Albert knows me now for 6 years. He knows that I'm a serious crime survivor, but he just gives a damn, and he gives orders all the time to have me attacked by his dangerous mafia over and over again. Prince Albert's ancestors were far from being princes, but dangerous pirates who elected themselves as fake princes. And since Prince Albert is best friends with Putin, and together with his barbaric history, Albert treats his citizens accordingly, and Putin is his role model. Monaco is no state of law. Monaco is a dangerous mafia state, the prince and all his corrupt friends and corrupt employees included. Truth-tellers like us who report about the severe crimes against humanity going on in Monaco are severely persecuted, and we have to fear constantly for our lives. The police of Monaco is working together with the corrupt, aggressive French police, so we have absolutely no police protection. The police is our enemy. And all these ongoing illegal arrests and severe attacks on my life are just barbaric. And if my body is found one day, I can assure you all that I will never commit suicide. It will be a barbaric act of Monaco's evil Freemasons mafia. I will continue the fight against all police violence in the world. It's a global problem, and against the ongoing severe corruption of higher powers and their severe crimes against humanity. They are trying to silence us, but they won't succeed. We are way more numerous all over the world, and we have to speak up, otherwise they'll win, and they won't. The more they'll try to destroy us, the more we will speak up and report about it all over the world. They won't silence us. The fight against this evil continues. All victims and supporters, join us to fight for justice and join us to stand on the right side of history.